All right, coming back once again. Been checking my email. Finna come back and respond with all the comments. To all y'all who know I did the video, more than one video, about praying for Eddie Long. Praying for Bishop Eddie Long in New Birth and praying for the accusers. Now, if you've been keeping up with it, and once again, JT ain't here to bash on nobody. That ain't for me. You know the videos I've done, I said pray for New Birth. Pray for those boys. Pray for Eddie Long. And now if you've been keeping up with it, they have pretty much dropped the case, look like. I don't know if you've been keeping up with it, but and there's a lot of people already mad because some say that he paid them off with 15 million. I don't know, and I really don't personally. I don't care. I said that to say this: you don't never know what really happened in these situations. That's why a true Christian. Now listen to what I'm saying. A true Christian gonna pray for their brother. Gonna pray for their sister. That's what a true Christian does. A true Christian don't get on YouTube and bash on folks. Because the Bible tells you love your brother in spite of. And we all know all kind of scriptures, but when it come down to it, what the Bible say? How can I say I love God if I don't what? Love my own brother. And I know I done made about 15,000 people already mad because they gonna see the title. What I got rolled up there. Same thing I said then is what I'm saying now. I don't have nothing against Eddie. I don't have nothing against none of these big time bishops. I don't have nothing against you. Because real talk, we all got to go home and work on something. But while we too busy pointing fingers at everybody else, we can't look at ourselves in the mirror. Now, I always said that in the old video, I don't know if Bishop Eddie Long is innocent or guilty. But we do know one thing, you ain't going to find out, are you? But we know the other thing is that God knows the truth. Don't nobody know what happened between them but the accusers and Eddie Long. So while you spending all your time focusing on putting the man in the lake of fire, be concerned about your own salvation. And I'm just speaking out, I'm speaking real talk and speaking out of love. I told y'all I was going to come back and do an update on this because I got a million comments and questions about, JT, why in the hell did you put a video up talking about pray for Eddie Long? Well, if you did something wrong, I'll put up a video saying pray for you also. See, I don't judge nobody, and I don't look at a man when they fall. Why? Because the Bible tells you man will fall. The Bible tells you man will be a liar. The Bible tells you don't put your trust in man. That's why JT trust ain't in no man. And I can listen to anybody bringing the word. I don't care who bringing the word. If the word is being brought, then it's being brought. Because when you look in the Bible, wasn't nobody perfect but Jesus. Well, you had an upright man like Job. Some of the people in the Bible, yeah, we can say it was real good. But you look at the rest of the people in the Bible like David and so on and so on. Those people was imperfect. Peter was imperfect. Jesus handpicked all 12 of his disciples. You think they was perfect all the time? No. Do you think Moses was perfect all the time? No. Why are you going back to the Bible, JT? Because it ties in with what we're talking about right now. There is nothing new under the sun, whether you want to believe it or not. There's nothing new under the sun. And when I look at Eddie Long, when I look at New Birth, it makes me wonder about his church. And I mean this in a good way, because you don't know who's sitting inside of these churches. And I've seen so many comments talking about F New Birth. Everybody in the church ain't nothing but gays and lesbians. You don't know that. And you wrong for saying that. Because while you looking and talking about them, well, what's inside of your own home? How many skeletons do you have in the closet? And I'm not here to defend Eddie Long. If Eddie Long did what he did, God is going to deal with Eddie Long, not JT. This is what people need to understand. You are not the judge. You can't put Eddie Long in the lake of fire. That's God's job. You cannot put nobody in the hell, lake of fire, or heaven. While you sitting around there walking around thinking you made it in. So I know I'm finna make some folks mad with this video because a real, true Christian will stand on what's right. That's why I said if he did what he did, he's gonna get his judgment. But while we sit around and we can't even pray for everybody. We can't, it ain't just Eddie Long dealing with this stuff. Because real talk, if God will pull the cover off your life, you couldn't look at some of the things that you have done in your life. So this is my update video. Yeah, I told y'all when everything came out, I was going to come back and do this video saying I'm going to say the same thing. What you saying, JT? I've been praying for Eddie Long. I've been praying for New Birth. I've been praying for them accusers. I'm still the same person. Whether he's guilty or innocent, JT going to stay the same. And you know what? I'm going to keep praying for him. It's what the Bible teaches me to do. Because why? JT has agape love, which most people don't have nowadays. Agape love means loving unconditionally. No matter what somebody has done to you, you love unconditionally, but most people cannot do that. I love, I don't judge. Now you hear me speak the truth. And I say people need to learn the difference between telling the truth and then just straight out judging somebody. Now people are super mad. I can't imagine how many videos finna go up now because, well, somebody gonna say Eddie Long bought him off. Well, do you know the truth? Because I'm gonna tell you something, like I said before, if you ain't never dealt with the system, some of these crooked lawyers, these crooked judges, some of these crooked judges and lawyers need to be in the penitentiary from what they have done to people. And I'm just being real with that. See, I done dealt with the system 15, 16 years out of my life. I know how it goes. And I know how crooked it can get. And I know how you are already proven guilty before innocence. They quick to say, well, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. That's a lie. Most trouble you get in as a black man, you are already proven guilty. Just like myself, when I got in trouble, that judge didn't give me not even a chance to speak. He was prejudiced. And see, I don't hate no color, but he was prejudiced. Didn't give me the time of the day. Get him out of here. That's how they do you. So when you don't know the truth about something, and like I say, I'm not saying the man is innocent or guilty. I don't know. But when you don't know the truth about something, you need to stop bashing on folks before you know what really went down. Think about it if it was you in that situation and you was innocent. And you got the whole world talking bad about you. Think about that. Let's say that the man was not guilty. Let's say that he was innocent. I wonder what people going to say then. What if they come back with a whole new update next week and say this all was a big lie? What would be coming out of your mouth then? What if they say it was all a made up lie? How would you look at Eddie Long then? Well, let's flip it around. What if they come back and have more evidence saying everything happened? Eddie Long is guilty. Would you still try to throw the man in the lake of fire? Or would you still say, this is my brother and I love him and I'm going to pray for him? Because we all got problems. Big thing, the problem is when you are big time and big like Eddie Long, just like the basketball players, it's going to always be a problem. You know what puzzles me the most? And I want to give a shout out to the Dallas Mavericks and the Miami Heat, who's going at it right now. The thing that I looked at the most with LeBron James, and I know people going to get mad at this, but I'm going to keep it real. I want to compare this with Eddie Long. LeBron James was in Cleveland, busting his butt. What did he give Cleveland? 7 years? 7 years? He was breaking his neck. And people got mad when he went to Miami. But now look at where LeBron James is at now. The last two teams left standing. He left to better himself. And what did he say? I don't care about the money. I want a championship. I want a ring. And if it takes me taking a pay cut, I want to leave. The man left to better himself. Now let's flip it around and look at some of these other athletes. And I'm not talking bad about nobody. Most of them get in trouble. They done got caught with some drugs. They done got caught raping somebody, messing around with a woman. Something big done happened. But we want to get mad at LeBron because he left to better himself. Think about that, people. You saw the jerseys being burned. You saw the signs up calling him a bum, LeBron James. Cussing LeBron out, threatening LeBron, threatening his family and whatever. The man left to better himself. Now we look at some of these other athletes. They done robbed somebody. They done killed somebody. But you want to get mad at a man because he left to better himself. And now he's on a team that he got help with. He got Chris Bosh. He got Dwayne Wade, who he just loved dearly, he been wanting to get with for the longest anyway. Now, what this got to do with Eddie Long? When you are big timing, you will stick out harder than anybody else, and people gonna criticize you. People gonna hate on you. I remember when Katrina hit. I think New Birth was the first one down there, supporting, helping. But see, people don't look at that. That's why the Bible teaches you look at a man's heart. Because if you was to look at the heart of a person, then you could really see that person. But if you looking at what you judging them, you will never be able to see that person. And I'm gonna get on out of here before I get out of here. Let me say this: say somebody you know that's real close to you. They got a real bad cussing problem. They got a real bad drinking problem. When you see them, that's all they do. But they heart, they always helping you. They got all the money. They helping you regardless of they smoking and drinking and cussing habit. They drinking themselves under the table. But when you need them, they always giving you money. When you need them, they always there for you. So do you kick that person to the curb because of they drinking and smoking? Or do you accept them and look at their heart? See, people can't seem to see the good in you, can they? But they can always see the bad in you. Marvin Sapp said, he saw the best in me when everyone else around me could only see the worst in me. That's why I love that song. Thank you, God, for seeing the best in all of us. Because it's some good in you. It's some good in the person that you think is the worst person in the world. It's some good in us, people. Because without God, we can't make it. We are not that good no way. This fleshly body ain't no joke. You deal with the flesh on an everyday basis. I don't care who you are and how big time you are. You can be bishop on down. That's why I said I'm going to have the same response. Now Eddie Long has gotten off. There's going to be 1 trillion people mad because they want to see Eddie Long get thrown into prison. What if you got what you deserved? Uh-oh. Y'all remember when I just did the video about grace and mercy? And I was explaining grace and mercy. I called grace God's riches at Christ's expense. And that mercy. What if you would have got what you deserved? You better thank God that you are where you at right now. And you better pray, not just for Bishop Eddie Long, but for everybody. That's why when I pray for the world. I don't care who you are and what you have done. You could have been there and murdered somebody, and JT gonna still say, pray for them. I think about my brothers and sisters in the penitentiary all the time. What if they have really got locked up and they have really found God and they have asked for forgiveness? Let me say this again. It's sad that God forgives us, but it seems like man and woman can't forgive. And once again, no, I'm not here to take up for Eddie Long. If Eddie Long did that to them boys, God gonna deal with that. God is gonna deal with that. Because there's so many lies and things going on in this world, you don't know who's telling the truth no more. And don't even talk about this crooked justice system. Ain't no justice. It's just us. Ain't no justice. What happened to justice being served? You got more crooked police officers. You got more crooked judges, more crooked lawyers. Everybody out for the dollar bill. Ain't no justice no more. We can see that on the news. We can see that on the internet. We can see that in our own lives. So think about it. What are you saying again, JT? I'm lifting up Eddie Long in prayer. I'm lifting up whoever going through something in prayer. So a true Christian, that's what they do. I find out it ain't hardly no true Christians hardly no more. More Christians are being hypocritical. More Christians are judging. More Christians cannot love their brothers and their sisters. They too busy criticizing and downing them when they ain't right themselves. And I'm out. Take it how you want to take it. Peace. JT out of here.